Hey, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And as we are committed, so I committed myself like during the weekend and my free time, like mostly at night, I'll be doing the live session to help developers to become developers. Like if you want to be a developer, I know you have a lot of challenges. You are still thinking of like, what should I learn? PHP is good, Angular is good, Vue.js is good, React.js is good, Java. There's a lot of things you were thinking about, and you have no choice. But remember, I am here and have been there. I know what it means to not have one programming language, and having these a lot of programming language you need to think about make you feel overwhelmed. But I'm going to do a live introduction about Angular, and I'm going to create a simple Angular project. Again, this is an experiment. I need to know if you really want to see the Angular content on this channel, so I can create it. So this is an experiment. If you want me to keep doing this job, please show some love by commenting, subscribing to our channel, and show me some love so I can continue to help other people who want to be software engineers. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to create an Angular project. So I'm not going to go down the introduction of what is Angular and so forth, because I believe if you're watching this video, probably you know what is an Angular and how it can help you as a developer. So today I'm going to create a new project, and I'm going to call Sunday, because Sunday and this is just free time I'm taking just to create this something amazing for you guys so that you can become a developer. So engineer, and you add a folder name or project name, and this is going to create an Angular project for us so that we can start coding. All right. So uh, it's going to ask us a couple of questions like, do we need, um, do you want to enforce strict checking? And this is going to help us really improving the maintainability of the application we are going to build, and also help us to catch bugs. Okay, and I'm going to say yes, I want that. That is so cool. And it's going to ask us also another question like, would you like to add Angular routing? So if you don't know about Angular routing, actually, it's just like in Laravel, you have routes. So routes take you somewhere from one place to another place in normal life. So in application developments, then routing is going to be sort of like you navigate from one pages to another page. So that is routing in nutshell. Okay, so now we're going to do that. Yes, we need routing, and we are going to choose which style sheet we are going to use. Again, there is different way you can write style sheets, and it depends on what you know most and what you are familiar with. But there is CSS, there is SCS, SAS, REST, stylus. It doesn't matter what you choose, really. What matter for you is what you know. And because I think you are a beginner, I'm going to choose CSS back because that is a little bit simple and easy to brainstorm. You can start Angular project and how you can get it running from scratch, and that is what we're going to do. And after installing, I'm going to show you how to run in Angular project, and I will be waiting your comments and your subscription so you can tell me what you want to see so that I can be more helpful. Again, this is an experiment. I want to know what you really want to know, what you want me to do on this channel. In a free time, I dedicated it to you. So it's going to install the packages. So what is a package? A package is dependencies, if I can say that. So let's say that you are building a house, okay, and a house you are building really, you don't make bricks and you don't make cements and so forth. So at sometimes you need to have those materials because those are the materials that are going to help you build your house. Okay. So it would be crazy if you're going to build a house and then you start by creating cement for yourself and you start by creating, other materials you need from scratch, you know that would be so hard. That would be so intense. Maybe you don't know how to create a cement from scratch from stones. And you don't know how to create some other materials in construction. There's many. You don't know how to do that. So what are you going to do? Okay. Are you going to first learn those skills in order to create all the materials you need in constructing your house? Think about it. It is not going to be the case. You are going to uh, you're going to buy those materials from vendor, from provider, from supplier, right? You're going to buy those materials from those people, and then you're going to bring them in order for you to build your house. So that is what we call packages. Packages are those materials you need, those things you need to build. You need to build an app, but there is those materials you need to have inside your applications in order you can start building the house you want. So now in this case of software engineering, so the house is your software and the materials you need is the packages. So now you understand the linkage between those concepts. So I think that really clear your mind to understand what is a package and why you need to download some packages inside your application. So now that is very clear and that is very understandable. Now is going to install everything we need in order for us to start building the application. So now the other things I want to really explain is what we call npm. Again, there is a different way you can install the packages, and there is Bower and so forth. But npm is so popular, and everyone use npm. So there is no reason for you to go against with npm because it's so crazy popular, and you need to be sure that you cannot fight with it. So you need to install packages from npm. That's it. Okay, no, maybe you can use data, provider data vendors, but I don't advise you to do that. All right, so now we have that, NPM is where we have all the materials we need to build our house. We are going to use it over and over to install the packages we want. And when we want them, we go to the NPM and ask NPM, hey, what do you know about these packages? Is it trusted? Is it secure? Is it something we can rely on? Is it something that we can feel like we're going to use it forever in our application? And now NPM is going to give us some score about our packages. It's going to tell us like, hey, your package is well trusted. Your package has been used by many people. It is dependable. It is something really you can use inside your application. Pay attention to this. The package you choose is going to be your marriage forever. No, at least during the lifetime of a project, because I know as a developer you'll be killing a lot of projects. Written a lot of codes and I've killed many. So don't be surprised by killing project because I've been there, and I know the code you write today is not because the time you be pro, you realize that something you have been doing was the trash, and you were so naive to think that you can change the world. But really, code can change you, not you changing the world, bro. So now I think now we have everything we want, and now we are ready to start coding, building our house. So let's do the thing. So I have the Visual Studio Code Editor installed. So now you think about like what do we need to build a house? We need materials and so forth, and we need people. Uh-huh. We need the people to start building the house. And in this case, we need the Visual Studio Code, which is the code editor for the future. Of course, there is many code editor you can use. Some people say that they can use the notepad. That's okay. I'm not against it. You can use it, but don't say that I didn't warn you, right? and uh, and if it happened, maybe you will say like Richard really warned me. Okay. So now I'm going to use the VS Code and I'm going to open it and I will be ready to go. All right. So now I'm going to stop this sharing and I can start. Now let's show you what we have now. Okay. What do we have? Mhm. So now our VS Code now is ready. So our VS Code now is ready and we can start coding. So now where do we put our code? That is the question, right? Where do we put our code base? So mm, we're going to use this for the code source, and that is source code in short. So it doesn't matter, but you can call it whatever you want. But Angular is opinionated framework, which means it has done a lot of work for us in order to feel assured, rest assured that uh, that things consider of application structure, the how we write code, the routing, and so forth. It is not like React Native. Ugh, I hate React Native. Like you need to install everything. So like if you need routing, you need to install it. If you need state management, okay, I know I'm going ahead of myself because this video is for beginners, right? You don't know about the state, the routes, and so forth. And don't worry, I'm going to explain that to you in the near future if you subscribe and like this channel so that you can be part of the family. So now let me go through the app, okay? And let me go to app component. So this is the first files you need to deal with if you want to run Angular. So, and the something you need to know is these three components. So we have a selector and we have template URL and we have styles URL. These are three things you need to memorize yourself and how these things is linked to your application. I'm going to explain that in near seconds in near future, but I'm going to just go step by step. All right. So now here we have a component.css. That's where you put your CSS. And if you don't know about CSS, it's something like this. You say like a body. I need my body to have a background. I know some people really like some background, so I'm going to put some color here. So I'm going to say like my background is going to be red. It's gonna be red. I'm going to look like a red person. And that's when I'm ready, I can just go ahead and say, like, I am red. I'm gonna save it, and that is these files here. So this document, so the TS files or TypeScript file is linked to your HTML, which is this one, and is also linked to your CSS file. All right. So once you understand this basic concept of how the Angular things is bundled together to create a beautiful modern application, web application. Now going to be the fan of this channel by subscribing today. Okay, I'm kidding. If you don't want to be subscribed to this channel, please don't, because we need people who really want to be programmers, and I think you are. That's why you're going to subscribe. So now, and we have these CSS files and we have our HTML files, and then we go to HTML, and this is where you will put your foundation. Sorry, I think I'm having a heart attack because I like these things here. All right, so now we have HTML, so now we have TypeScript files, and we have a CSS file. So to separate a concern, you need to separate, okay, you need to separate the CSS, the HTML, and TypeScript files. So to put it in perspective, think of the TypeScript files as the backend of the HTML, and the HTML as the representational view of your application, and the CSS as the design, the decorative part of your application. All right, so now that is so clear and that is so understandable. If you don't get it, please feel free to comment on the video down below so that I can understand your pain and I can be able to answer that. If you want me to explain a little bit more, please. Please subscribe to the channel so I can know what you want to say. So that's what I wanted to talk about on this channel, because like right now on the stream there is no person really. So if I keep talking to be like myself talking, and I hate it so much, and this is painful, right? And yeah, so if you watch this video and you want me to continue doing the good job, please subscribe, comment the video, let me know what and when you want to see the video so I can strategize myself. So I'm available at 8 p.m. if you want to join the class. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Chigal time. That's after work. So you need to make sure that you are also, after doing your normal job, you can join me in my free time to talk about programming. And I hope I can help you to become the good software engineer. So and that's what I wanted to talk about on this video. Give you a little bit of introduction of Angular and how it works, the basics of the basics. Of course, if you want to see more of Angular stuff, yes, please consider subscribing and comment to the video so I can be motivated. Thank you for watching this stream. See ya next time.